pandemic, you don't see. Oh, not only men, but her and me. Our reality seems dull and ordinary. For internet, I fake my world and I forget that we'll steal everything you hold dear. We'll warp your mind and leave you there. You and won't make it. It's your heart and we'll break it. Was made for me and you. Now that you're good and uncomfortable, settle in because it doesn't get any better. Welcome to our story. This could be true. Her name is Wooden and her name is Shouldn't. Cute, right?
Meet Wooden. Wooden is just your average good girl. She goes to church every Sunday. Wooden wouldn't ever do this, but she did. Let's set the scene. Wooden is waking up. The sun rises to shine. Wooden begins to check her phone.
Ding.
Hey girl.
Bloop.
Hi.
Ding.
You didn't send any last night.
Bloop.
Yeah, I went to bed.
Ding.
You know how this works.
Bloop.
I'll make sure I'm free tonight.
Ding.
Can't wait. See you then.
Can't you?
Wooden just had her typical morning. Sending information wasn't something she ever had planned for herself. It's just a situation she found herself in and she wouldn't ask for help.
Meet Shouldn't. Shouldn't is a straight-A student. She volunteers at animal shelters. She's an all-American girl. Shouldn't have done this, but she did. We find Shouldn't sitting in her car reading. She isn't reading something signed at school. Shouldn't is reading for pleasure.
I recall the Beatles poster hanging in his bedroom. So you're a Beatles fan, I ask? He nods. Wow, I whisper. He smiles gently. I know. I lean back on the couch and he starts quietly humming the tune to I Want to Hold Your Hand. It makes me smile and I'm wondering if it's a hint. But then he actually starts singing the words in a low whisper. I want to hold your hand. He slides his fingers through mine. Smooth move. He raises eyebrows. I'm full of them.
There's something inherently wrong in this excerpt, but in just 90 words, Shouldn't's imagination has been heightened. At the ripe age of 16, she's already forming false and unrealistic expectations of how a relationship should work.
Wooden has enjoyed her day. She was able to fall back into her norm and forget about the dark cloud waiting to envelop her later this evening. Wooden gets home and goes straight to her room. The door locks. She sighs.
Ding.
Are you free?
Bloop.
Yeah, I'm free.
Ding.
I'm waiting.
Luke, I just can't do this anymore. I'm not yours. I'm done. Locked. I have to find out who I am, not who he says I am. I don't need his attention. It's not my job to make him happy.
Let's look back at Shouldn't's day. She's still engrossed in her novel. She's managed to escape her responsibilities, her home life, and her lack of relationship. She's on the last.
That was so unsatisfying. Caught by the end, I feel complete, but I just feel empty and disgusting. I did like the feeling sometimes. What's her next book?
Shouldn't knew she needed to stop, but the compulsion to consume more is already forming.
These two girls didn't have to make these choices, but they did.
You know that word we've been avoiding? Well, their stories may have turned out differently, but we talked about it.
51% of teen and young women information users have sent an image via text, email, or app.
44% of 13 to 17-year-old boys and girls have sent an image.
48.7% of women said viewing images is an acceptable way to express oneself.
My name is romantic novel.
My name is social media.
My name is Thoughts.
My name's relationships.
My name is
Lust.
Why don't we talk about it? Why do we talk about drinking, drugs, and even sex, but we leave out the most perverse toxin of our modern time?
This curiosity exists for a reason. It was hardwired by the one who created love, not lust. We need to be teaching teens how to work through this from a biblical standpoint.
Church, the time is now. Your sons need you.
Your daughters need you.
The church should be leading the discussion on the most accessible addiction of our generation.
7% of pastors report their church has a ministry program for those struggling with addictions such as these. 7%. Where's the other 93?
Church, where are you?
You can breathe now. We're done, but is this topic ever really over?
Wait, you're saying this whole thing's been about porn?